As the night grew deeper, a quiet atmosphere enveloped the military barracks where Jimin and Jungkook were stationed. However, beneath that calm, something extraordinary was being prepared. Jimin, with all his attention and affection, was planning a surprise that his youngest brother in BTS, Jungkook, would remember forever. Jungkook, the always cheerful and energetic golden magne, might never have imagined that his birthday in the middle of military service would become such a meaningful moment. Military duties had indeed taught the BTS members many things, but for Jimin, this was an opportunity to show a different side of himself, a side filled with warmth and care. Amid the rigid routine and strict discipline, Jimin realized how important moments like this were to maintain the spirit and camaraderie among the members. Carefully, he planned a surprise that would not only bring joy to Jungkook, but also touch the hearts of everyone who witnessed it. On Jungkook's birthday night, Jimin, with a mysterious smile, brought a small cake to Jungkook's bedside. But this wasn't just any cake. It was adorned with a lit candle, a symbol of the hope and wishes Jimin had for Jungkook. The candle's warm glow seemed to ease all the fatigue and challenges they had faced during training. Jungkook, waking up from his sleep, was initially surprised, but then his eyes lit up as he saw what was before him. "Hyung," he whispered, filled with emotion. Jimin simply smiled, gesturing for Jungkook to blow out the candle. The surprise didn't end there. After the candle was blown out, and silence momentarily filled the room, the other BTS members suddenly began singing, joining in on the moment. They had all conspired with Jimin to create this special night. Their warm and loving voices filled the barracks, creating an atmosphere so different from the previous days. For Jungkook, this wasn't just about a birthday. It was a testament to the unshakable love and support from his brothers in BTS. Amid the physical and mental challenges they faced during military service, this moment reminded him that he was never truly alone. There was family, there was BTS, there was army, all standing by his side, offering unwavering strength. Jimin, who was usually quiet and tended to keep his emotions to himself, revealed another side of himself that night. A side full of care, affection, and deep concern for those he loved. He knew that moments like these would be remembered by all of them, not just as members of the biggest music group in the world, but as a family who looked out for one another. As morning dawned, Jungkook woke up with a smile on his face. He knew that what Jimin had done not only made him feel appreciated but also gave him new energy to continue his military duties. For Jimin, this moment was a way to show that even though they were far from the stage and the world's spotlight, the bond they had as BTS remained strong, perhaps even stronger than before. This surprise became a symbol of something greater, that even though life might take them in different directions, and even though they had to face different challenges, their affection and support for each other were foundations that would never waver. This moment wasn't just felt by the two of them, but by everyone who heard about it. Fans all over the world, who had long followed BTS's journey, felt the warmth and togetherness radiating from this story. They knew that the relationship between the members wasn't something that could be fabricated. It was the result of years of togetherness, mutual understanding, and unconditional support. As the story spread, many fans expressed their emotions on social media. They felt the same love, a love that connected them with BTS, and a love that made them feel like they were part of this big family too. In the end, Jimin's surprise for Jungkook was more than just a birthday celebration. It was a reminder that in every challenge, in every difficulty, there is a strength that comes from strong bonds, from genuine affection, and from unwavering support. This is a moment that will live on in their memories and in the hearts of everyone who loves BTS. After that sweet surprise, life in the barracks returned to normal. However, the moment created by Jimin and Jungkook that night remained alive in the hearts of all the BTS members. They continued their days with renewed energy, knowing that even though they were far from the glitz of the entertainment world, they still had each other as sources of strength and motivation. For Jungkook, That moment became a reminder of how precious the relationships they had built over the years were. Even though they were in a situation full of challenges and far from the life they were used to, Jungkook knew that the love and support from the members were priceless. Military service, often seen as a time of hardship, became an opportunity for the BTS members to reflect on the true meaning of friendship and togetherness. For Jimin, the surprise he gave Jungkook was his way of expressing feelings that might be difficult to put into words. It was his way of showing that even though circumstances had changed, their feelings remained the same, perhaps even stronger. Meanwhile, fans around the world responded to this story with waves of support and love. Social media was filled with messages of emotion and appreciation, not only for Jungkook on his birthday but also for Jimin, who had shown such a touching side of himself. They praised Jimin for always being a caring and loving figure, both on stage and in everyday life. However, this surprise also had a broader impact. Many fans felt inspired to express their gratitude to their loved ones. The story of Jimin's surprise became an inspiration for many to show their love and care, even in the most difficult situations. They learned that affection doesn't require grand gestures. Sometimes, small but sincere actions like Jimin's are enough to make a big difference. In the weeks following the event, this story became a topic of conversation among fans and the media. Many realized that this moment reflected the values that BTS had always upheld: affection, togetherness, and respect for one another. These were values that they carried not only on stage but also in their daily lives, wherever they were. For the other BTS members, Jimin's surprise was a reminder that they weren't just a group of idols famous worldwide, but also a family that would always be there for one another. They had all been through so much together, and even though the current situation was different from what they were used to, they knew that as long as they had each other, they could get through anything. A heartfelt and deep thank you to our valued followers. We want to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of you who have loyally watched and followed our YouTube channel. Your presence as part of our big family truly adds incredible meaning to every piece of content we create. To you, the K-pop fans, especially the ARMY who never tires of supporting BTS, we deeply appreciate every bit of support, comment, and interaction you provide. Your backing is the main fuel that drives us to keep creating and delivering the best content we can. We know how deep your love for BTS runs, and we're committed to always bringing you the latest news, analysis, and updates about our idols. We're incredibly grateful for your trust and loyalty.